to another episode of Over As Fuck, and I'm your host, Knuckle Brew the host, and we're going to be breaking down AEW Dynamite this evening from Sacramento, California. And to kick off this night, ladies and gentlemen, just got to let you know, from my fellow Gooners and Goonettes, we got to let you know, this main event between Swerve Strickland and Kenny Omega kicked plenty of ass this evening. I don't even have to discuss anything else from this episode. It's really inconsequential to what happened tonight at that main event. We got both of these men for the first time ever going against each other in a match, and it was a fucking classic. I mean, a banger. If you want to go off the scale, you can say 5 for 5. I'd say 6.5 out of 5. These two men fought their asses off. They were stiff. They kicked each other's teeth in, and it was very much worth your time. If you're not an AEW fan, I recommend you go watch this match anywhere that you can. If you are my friend right here, right next to me, I have you right here on this screen, and we'll be watching this shit over on HBO Max right now. That match hit so fucking hard. You would think you had 612s in the trunk like Webby, because that motherfucker was slapping. A banger, whatever you want to call it, shit was great. But before we get to breaking down that match, because like I told you, it is the main event. We had this episode of Dynamite, and it was pretty average going into that main event. I can't say it was terrible. It was just run of the mill, average show. Coming off Grand Slam this past Saturday, it it was a good blow off episode from Grand Slam, but it wasn't anything special until we got to that main event. So if you've been with me on my lives, this is how I break it down. We're gonna talk about the matches on the Meltzer scale, which I'm gonna tell you every Wednesday. The host cannot stand Dave Meltzer, but when we do AEW reviews, we have to break it down by the scale because the stories are just out the window when it comes to this show. And every now and again, you might get a story, but we just gonna get random matches, and we just gonna grade those motherfuckers. And I'm gonna let you know what am I bullish about and what I'm bearish about. If you do not know what those two terms mean, take it to the stocks and take it to the money world. When you're bullish, you believe in that stock, and you're probably gonna invest in it. If you're bearish, you're gonna probably take your money and go because you're not believing in that stock. So the hoss is gonna let you know because he is the truest and then the safest stock market broker in the IWC. This is how we're gonna break it down. So let's get started. To start tonight, we had many promos between Mina Shirokawa. We had Willow Nightingale, our TBS champion, Megan Bain, Swerve Strickland, and Kenny Omega. And they just gave us many promos to sell their fights tonight because the TBS championship, which I just told you Willow has, she has a 4-way championship match tonight. So she doesn't even have to be pinned to take the L and lose her belt tonight. So in that match, it wasn't an afterthought. Very good match, but it just gets buried by the lead I just gave you, which was Swerve Strickland and Kenny Omega. But these promos were okay. I'm bullish about it because I was already big on the matches coming in. I'm not going to just give you everything they said for word. Wouldn't even be worth paraphrasing. It was okay. Sold the matches. Let's get to it. So after this, Orange Cassidy has an interview. I don't give a fuck about Orange Cassidy. He comes in. He talks about my bad. Tomoshiro Ishii. See, you got the house a bit saying these Japanese names. I wasn't ready for it. So Ishii. He has a tag team match against Clark Connors and Gabe Kidd tonight with his tag team partner Ishii. I don't give a fuck about it. Don't care about the War Dogs. Don't care about the conglomeration. Completely bearish. We're gonna just dump that because no one gives a shit about Orange Cassidy anymore. Comedy relief, disgusting. We're going to move to the next segment. So, match one, we get a Continental Classic Eliminator match, which, truth be told, no one cares about these Eliminator matches anymore. It just seems like Jon Moxley doesn't take a week off. I mean, I commend the man for coming to work every damn week. He don't miss a damn show. He's gonna wrestle for the hell of it. But I promise you, I don't give a fuck who he fought tonight, which was Mark Davis, which was part of Don Callis family. And it's a continuing battle between the Death Riders and the Don Callis family. And it goes nowhere because this is just gang warfare. And then they're not fighting over anything. They're just having random battles. Like they're not trying to take over the show. They're not trying to take over any territory. Nothing. They just up here just fighting and fighting and fighting. So we got this match. I'm gonna give you the signature spots that really made me pop. So here we have a lunging elbow strike to the turnbuckle from Mark Davis. He came out strong in this motherfucker. Then Mox ends up hitting a suicide dive to Davis outside. Then here's the biggest telling part of this match. When they're outside, they're up there just throwing stiff punches and just blows, forearm strikes. Mark Davis tries to go for a strong right hand and he just misses Mox and goes straight to the post. He just nails his hand on the post, and then he comes out there just bleeding, is up there just sore, and then is up there swollen. This is a big telling part of the match. This is in because Mox ended up there just working his hand the rest of the match. So yes, this was the biggest selling point of the match, hurting that damn hand. So after this, Mox bites his shit, and then he hand stomps that just on the steel steps. He just stomps on Mark Davis's hand. I thought he got crushed. Real nasty spot. Worth seeing, but this match was okay. It's okay. So after this, we get another lunging elbow strike from Davis when they get you typical chair spot. You got Mox sitting in the chair outside. Big elbow strike into the barricade. After this, we get a running knee strike by Mox, and then a big counter part of this match. We get a counter lariat into a cutter by Mox, which was very nasty. You see Mark coming in with that big ass arm for the lariat, cutter real quick, knocked him down, dazed him for a second. After this, after Davis comes to, he ends up hitting, he counters Mox from out of a sleeper hold to a power driver. Tough, stiff power driver. Man, you thought his neck was just out of there. So after that, we get a stop by Mox, and then to end our match, we get a counter backdrop, suplex into a bulldog choke, and Mark Davis taps. And we got the end of that match right there. So Mox retains his Continental Championship. No, there's no threat to it. And I give this match a 3 out of 5. Out of 5, it was better than I thought it was going to be because I really didn't care going in. It made me a little bit invested. I'm bearish on this because I told you I'm sick of the whole Don Callis Death Rider stuff. But we're going to come right back to that beef because this match is not over. So after this match, we got Hangman. He had a post-match promo from Grand Slam on Saturday. And he basically puts over Andrade after they have their nice match. And he said he knows why this guy is in the world title hunt because that guy's one of the best in the world. And he tells MJF to pray to whatever God he serves because he will end him. Don't care. Like I'm over the Hangman Adam Page championship title reign or chase. I'm completely over it. I'm bearish on it because anybody who loves Hangman Page, more power to you. I am so tired of hearing his tired promos. And he's a good wrestler. He got nice moves. But other than the moves, I just can do without Hangman right now. Like he shouldn't be in this title chase. And the only reason he's in it because last year he beat our champion who wasn't champion at the time. He got 2 big ass wins over MJF. So this is where we are. So we got Hangman and MJF gonna have a promo in the next few segments. So we're gonna break that down very soon. So after that, we got the most boring guys on this damn show come in. FTR. And I can't stand FTR. They are just they are dull as dishwater. They get up here and they're wheeling out Stoke to the ring, and they're just talking about the Young Bucks. They're talking about how they're better than them, talking about how we've had this long outstanding rivalry and blah, blah, blah. Next thing you know, the Young Bucks come in there and have a super kick party, knock their asses smooth shit. And next thing he knows, where my guy behind there, aren't they? and they just kicked the shit out of Stoke. And you know Stoke is selling his handicap act right now. They kicked his ass smooth out the wheelchair. If it wasn't for Big Stoke, FTR would be completely unwatchable on this show. And then the Bucks, they say, how about we challenge you at Revolution? And the promo was short and sweet. Got those guys up out of here. So we got Young Bucks and FTR at Revolution in March. And again, I'm bearish on this because we have seen the Young Bucks and FTR go in it many times before. So they're going to have a good match, but truth be told, there's no story. Will you give a damn when it happens? The house sure of hell won't. Will you? Let me know in the comments. Are you interested in an FTR and Young Bucks battle again? This is year 7 of this company. Do you really want to see that again? If you do, man, you are really an AEW sicko. I'm not there yet. We'll see how that goes. But anyway, after this, we got a Brody King post-match promo from Saturday. And he says he was this close, and he's up there just mad as hell, just beating stuff with Bandito. And he says, I'm gonna be in Denver next week, and he's gonna be looking for a fight. And I'm bearish on that Brody King because you are out of the championship hunt for now. So bye-bye. But the biggest thing about the whole Brody King thing, we still have fuck Ice Chance during his promo. This is still going at AEW, so we're gonna see how that affects business because the fans don't seem like they're gonna stop this anytime soon. So that's the most developing story that comes out of the Brody King saga. It has become bigger than him. They're going to be yelling this whenever his name comes about. So if you think he's over as fuck, it's not. His politics are over as fuck. So we're done with that. So we're going to go into match 2, which ended up being our TBS championship match. It's our 4-way championship match. So we got Mina Shirakawa, we got Megan Bain, we got Marina Shafir, and we got our champion Willow Nightingale. So before I set the table for this match, the house really wants Megan Bain to win this match because Megan Bain has the presentation of just the greatest women's wrestler going right now. The woman's tall as shit, huge, chiseled, and she just looks like she needs gold on her arm, around her waist, whatever the presentation asks for. And and I'm at a crossroads with this because the Hawks also loves him some Willow Nightingale. But she has had this TBS title before. She's a 2-time champion. She knocked off Mercedes for this belt at New Year's. So it's time for some new blood with this belt. Man, we're not going to get that today. So let's go into this match. We got a lariat from Willow to from Megan Bain. Then we got a double cannonball spot from Willow. It's a classic spot from Willow. She just rolls over to the 2 women down there. It was Mina and Shafir. I mean Megan and Mina and Marina. Real nasty cannonball spot. And then we got a flying crossbody to the outside from Mina Shirakawa on top of all the 3 other women. Really nice flying crossbody. Excuse me. When we get back into the ring, we get a double code breaker from Willow, and then we got a turnbuckle hurricanrana from Megan Bain. It was choice. Really choice hurricanrana. And when I tell you, when you see Megan Bain tall ass pull off this move, you'd be like, man, just legs everywhere. Everywhere. Great. Then they toss Mina into Willow, and we throw Marina outside. So Megan is showing the power moves off in this match. Then we come in, Willow comes in and she makes a run. She has triple spine busters. She just spine busters every woman around here, just every last one of them. It was sweet. Just showing off strength. The champion is not to be fucked with. Willow let it be known. So after this, we got double lariats. So it's this spot where they're both charging at each other from the turnbuckles, and they both try to give a lariat at the same time, and they just knock each other out. Crazy spot, good stuff. Like you would think these women didn't know any better. Like, oh, are we gonna just take each other's necks off? And then that's what they did. So after this, we had a Death Valley driver from Willow to Megan, and then we had an Uranagi from Marina to Mina, which you would think she put off the best rock bottom when she did this. So After that, we had a torpe suicido from Megan Bain. She just knocks down all the women outside. And then we got a power bomb into the ring bell table from Megan Bain to Marina Shafir because they got into it outside because they used to be tag team partners for a little while. And they just like, man, we can't both win this title. So Megan just scoops her ass up and just slams her into the table out there real nasty. I'm like, she's like, you ain't got nothing on the Megasis. Get your ass back. You ain't built like that. So after that, they get back in the ring, and Willow and Megan are fighting on the turnbuckle, and Willow gives her an avalanche German suplex. And when I tell you, this move was so choice, I thought Megan Bane's back broke. Like I thought real like Bane came out like it doesn't matter if your back's hurt. What's gonna break first, your mind or your body? So yes, Megan Bain was crushed behind this. The next thing you know, we get toward the end of this match. Mina is trying to put Willow in a figure four because she had a flurry of punches that knocked Willow out with the spinning back elbow. She puts the figure four on Willow. Willow counters into a cradle pin for the 1, 2, 3. So Willow escapes with her title against these other three women. This match was pretty good. And like I said, I just broke down those signature spots. I know it was a good bit of them, but this match was great. Like I give it a 4 out of 5. If there was a real story going into this, I probably would have gave it another half. But this was a very good match. So good thing for them women. So after this, we have our big promo battle between Hangman and MJF. And if you know anything about this, the Hoss, his favorite character on AEW is Maxwell Jacob Friedman. And the thing about it is, this man here, he came to play with his promo battle tonight, but it kind of both these guys promo it just kind of fell kind of flat. So I'm going to break it down like this. So MJF come here and he says he hates Hangman. So he hates the way he walks. He hates the way he talks. He hates the way he wrestles. Then he hates the way the crowd, how they call him the main character of AEW. I'd hate that shit too because I'm the damn champion. And you're going to say this guy is the main character? Fuck that. So he said he hates the crowd and when they chant cowboy shit. He said he hates that Hangman has 2 wins over him from last year and calls him lucky. Then he says Hangman is in his own head because he has crumbled and failed twice and when he reached the apex and became champion. So he says he can't wait to end the myth of Hangman Adam Page on his birthday on March 15th. And he said, what better present would it be than to end him? So Hangman comes, it's his turn now. And Hangman says the crowd carried him to the championship twice, and he dog walked MJF's ass twice. I mean, yeah, so he comes out ballsy with his promo. Then he says he say MJF got the title by kicking men in the balls and then taking the spoils from greater men. So I guess he's just trying to give a morality lesson to MJF or something. Whatever this means. I'm just not big on Hangman promos, but I guess that hit hard for him. Whatever. So he said after this, he says, we are two of the same guys, MJF. He said we're both desperate. We both want the title in the worst way. And Max is just giving him the death stare like, man, we ain't nothing alike. Ain't nothing like you, bro. Why are you talking to me like that? So, yeah. So Hangman says he wants this match to be the end of this beef. He wants no more of it. And he say, give me this stipulation. And then if anybody knows Hangman Adam Page, you know what stipulation he wants. He wants Texas death. And Max is like, bro, you really think I'm finna get this shit to you? He did the crowd up here said, Texas death, Texas, Texas, Texas. And Max is like, bro, we're not doing that. So Hangman says, if you give me this stipulation, give this to me, Max, I will never challenge for the AEW championship again. So hold on, wait a minute. So this actually happened years ago with Cody Rhodes before he ended up going to the WWE. He lost a match like that, so he couldn't challenge for a belt anymore. So yeah, now Hangman's doing this. Tony Khan has lost. He's lost the plot. But yes, Max says, "Oh, so you got a deal, cowboy?" So, but he says he's going to make the stipulation. He needs a week to do so, and that's where we are with that promo. So I am bullish on this because I want to see Max avenge his losses to Hangman. But if if Tony Khan gives Hangman this swerve and he beats MJF, he is going to piss off whatever equity he has left with these fans because we just got through with Hangman in a title run that we did not care for. So you better not take that belt off Maxwell to give it to Hangman again. Nobody wants to see that. But I am bullish to see where this goes. So we got MJF and we got Hangman at Revolution. We'll see what stipulation comes back next week on Dynamite. I believe we're going to get Texas Death. I don't want no part of Texas Death anymore. I saw Texas Death for myself right in front of my face and all in Texas last year. So if I have to see that again, and the Hawks is a sicko slightly. I do like to see wild shit, but man, do I need to see guys get stabbed again with forks? Do I need to see guys get stabbed with nails? I don't think I need to see that. I don't think I need to see it. You can give me a ladder match. I don't, whatever, but we don't need Texas Death, but we're probably going to get it because Tony Khan's a sick fuck. But yeah, we're going to our next segment of that one. So after this, we get a Death Rider promo. And think about this here. Again, we got the Death Riders up here going at the Don Callis family again. So Pac is up here talking about, we'll meet you on Collision. And man, we don't care, bro. We don't care. Like you studied doing this shit. Like we just do not care. And so what we do care about, Mox comes in and he tells Takeshita that I gotta get mine back from you from Saturday. Because they ended in a draw on Saturday. So he says there'll be no time limits the next time we meet. I gotta get you or you gotta get me. Somebody's gotta take this L. Count me in. So because Takeshita's a great wrestler, Mox is a brawler. Give it to me. Let's see it happen. So at Revolution, we got a continental championship match, no time limits. I'm ready for it. Even though I want to see Okada Takeshita, we're gonna get there some way or another. But we got Mox versus Takeshita 3 at Revolution. So bullish on it. Let's see what we're gonna get from that. So after this, here's the match with Orange Cassidy I told you about earlier that I don't give a shit about. So I didn't really even take no notes for it because nothing happened, didn't care. But I will tell you this. The thing that did happen, Darby Allin came out the crowd and he beat the fuck out of Gabe Kidd and he kidnapped him again. So we got this Gabe Kidd, Clark Connors, War Dogs, Darby Allin mess all over again. We got Darby Allin up here. He got kidnapped once before, then Gabe Kidd got kidnapped. So here we go. We're just up here just committing felonies against each other, and we're gonna see how far we can go with this. This story is tired. It's not even a story. They just doing shit for the hell of it. So yes, bearish, sick of it. This match was BS. The end of it, Orange Cassidy hits the orange punch, and Ishii, they say it's a brain buster. It was really a suplex. They got the 1, 2, 3. So the conglomeration beats the War Dogs. Whatever that match is, no one cared. I didn't care. If you're an AEW fan, you probably didn't care. You were just excited to see Darby Allin again, but you do not care about this match. If you did, let me know in the comments. I want to know why you gave a fuck. Please let me know. So after this, we had the Don Callis family give their retort to the Death Riders. They in here just beating up random men. I don't know where these men came from. I don't know if they're security guards. I don't know if they got their DoorDash order wrong and they just beating them up for doing that. Don't know, but Josh Alexander got somebody in an ankle lock. I'm just like, this is extra as fuck. Why is this going on? So Don Callis says, I heard you, Mox. I hear everything that you said. And the thing about it is, your title is going to be looking good when it comes to the family. Then Okada comes up talking. And then Andrade comes up talking. And he says things in Spanish. Then he says, I'm coming for the AEW World title. Interesting. But you just lost to Hangman. So you're going to wait in line. We'll see how that goes. But I'm bearish on this because I'm completely bearish on Death Rider's Don Callis business. The Don Callis family is too damn big. I don't know how he feeds that family. I want does he get welfare? Does he get EBT? There's a lot of men there that need to be fucking fed. And I don't they keep adding people every damn week. Excuse me. So I do not understand how Don Callis is feeding all these grown ass men. How is he's talking about giving private jets and this and that. How you doing this shit, bro, on this salary? It doesn't make any fucking sense. But like that's beside the point. Completely fucking bearish on Don Callis Death Rider business. So after this, we had a Hook promo. Completely bearish on that too. Because Hook is up here talking about we know Samoa Joe is hurt. He says he's up here recruiting people for the ops. He says Shibata isn't here because he's recruiting people internationally, and Hook is recruiting people domestically. Great. Don't care. Don't care, bro. Let's move along. Bearish. So after this, we got match 4. We're introducing the Brawling Birds. That's right, you heard me. The name of this tag team is the Brawling Birds. We got Alex Windsor and Jamie Hayter, and they would get some jobbers this evening. One lady name was Becca. The other lady is Viva Vaughn. And we saw Viva Vaughn lose to Mina Shirakawa last week. So Mina Shirakawa don't beat too many people. She does the job. So if you got Viva Vaughn and Becca, they got beat pretty quickly in a squash match. The Brawling Birds, they're gonna go for the tag titles, I think, pretty soon. So we'll see how long the Babes of Wrath gonna have the belt. I think they're gonna build up these Brawling Birds to try to get the belts off of them because they just want Willow to have one belt, I believe. So, but yeah, I'm not even gonna grade that match. I'm not gonna give you bullish or bearish either because it was just a squash match. We just introduced the Brawling Birds. So do with that what you will. And after that, we had a Chris Statlander and Thunder Rosa promo. When the last time you seen Thunder Rosa on television? You let me know. I haven't seen her in a while. So Statlander comes in. She wants to fight Tekla again because we got a new women's champion in Tekla, but Chris Statlander is not medically cleared. So Thunder Rosa comes in and says she's gonna fight on her behalf. So, but Chris Statlander tells Thunder Rosa be careful because she can really fight. Again, bearish, don't care. I find out later that Thunder Rosa has a battle against Julia Hart on Collision, which I will not be watching. So, but yes, Thunder Rosa is like she's finna go war with the Triangle Madness. More power to her. They're probably gonna beat the hell out of her, but more power to her. Match 5, we got a personal favorite of the house. We got Kevin Knight versus the Beast Mortos, and we actually got a little bit of story. And Kevin Knight says, if you pin me tonight, the Beast Mortos, we will give LFI a chance at the Trios titles, the most worthless belts in this damn company. So, during this match, we got a tornado spinning elbow from Beast Mortos, then a tornado suicido from Beast. This man was spinning all over the place. You'd think he was the Tasmanian Devil. So after this, we had a pop-up Samoan by Beast Mortos. He was actually setting the pace for this match pretty early. And then Kevin Knight just starts to take over. He has a high drop kick. Hits him dead in the mask in the forehead. And then we got a leaping right hand where he just wham. And if you've seen Kevin Knight, the man probably has like a 50-inch vertical. He jumping out the gym and just popped him dead in the fucking face. So after that, we had a spinning splash by Knight, which was just straight off the ground. Wasn't by no turnbuckle, just jumped straight in the air, spinning splash. And then we had a turnbuckle Hurricane Rana from Knight, and it set up the UFO splash for the 1, 2, 3. And with this match, it didn't go too long. It didn't overstay its welcome. Got a 3 out of 5. I can't give it much better than that. But Kevin Knight, he showed his prowess in this match. I believe he should be challenging Ricochet pretty soon. But TK doesn't seem like he want to go that route with him. He's missing the opportunity. I believe he should. But that's what you got out of this match. This is match number 5. Kevin Knight with the win. So we will not be seeing LFI from ROH to challenge for the trios belts, even though those belts do need to be challenged. But don't you fret. We do have challenges for those belts. It's because we got a demand promo after this. Show some love for Ricochet. So yeah, the demand coming there, they talking shit, and they say they want to challenge for those trios belts. So you got the GOA coming there, they start talking rough, and then so GOA and Ricochet they get all together. You got the demand, and we're gonna have a trios title match on Saturday. So Jet Set Rodeo versus the demand, and I bullshit you not. I just have to say it for the sake of this show. Speedball Mike Bailey is a weird motherfucker because he insists on calling this group horsecock. You heard that correctly. He wants to call a group of men who wrestle horsecock. Weird as shit. I don't understand. I just had to tell you because I know it now, so you have to know it now. The house let you know about that. So when you see him on socials, if you look him up, you ask him where the hell he get that shit from. Just what is he thinking? Let me know what's he thinking on his mind. Because if you go around just saying these things with grown ass men around, bro, what the fuck are you got going? But yes, we got a trios match on Saturday. You have fun with it if you're a collision watcher, my fellow sicko. And we have get to our main event, ladies and gentlemen. We have Swerve versus Omega. So you strap in, because I'm going to tell you these signature spots, because I'm going to go ahead and tell you this was a 5 out of 5 if you saw the intro earlier. So they opened the match with with they exchanged shoulder tackles and they slapped the taste out of each other's mouths to start the match. I mean, bam and wham. I mean, just straight, just slapping the wham and wham. And man, you just don't want to see men slapping each other because it's just a sight to see. Because you know these folks strong as shit and they just smacking the taste out of his mouth. So after this, we had an exploding double knee drop from Swerve to the outside. And then we had a moonsault off the top of the barricade by Omega. Now, he had to redo this spot because he slipped the first time, but we let that ride because this match was really going and it worked. So after this, we had a Snapdragon with a flying knee combo from Omega. And then we had Swerve come in with a counter. He countered the knee strike from Omega and goes into a backbreaker into a drop kick. So, yes, this match is ramping up as I'm speaking, and I just want you, I have to just reiterate it. Please go see this match wherever you can. So after this, we had a Snapdragon on the apron. So if you know a Kenny Omega Snapdragon, how quickly that thing goes, they did this shit on the hardest part of the ring. So man, just looking at it in real time, I was worried about Swerve's neck and his spine because that Snapdragon went haywire. So after this, we had Swerve. He countered a German suplex, and then he had a suplex of his own off the apron to the outside. So yeah, this match had a bunch of counters and whatnot to it. So after this, we had a 450 splash by Swerve once they get back in the ring. And bro, this match just got out of hand. Then after that splash, we had an avalanche snapdragon from Omega from the turnbuckle. And I'm just like, bro, what else is there left? And there was so much more. And after this, we had a V trigger. He was attempting to go for Swerve, but he ends up hitting the female ref Aubrey Edwards. I don't know why she got in there. Because the thing about it, they say Swerve was up here feigning the shoulder. So Aubrey ends up walking into the line of fire, and Omega just whams her with the knee, and she took the most brunt of that V trigger. So she's out of the match for the rest of it. So after this, Swerve counters a one-winged angel attempt, and he hits a house call. This was such a sweet counter. Again, man, very skilled men in this ring. This match was a fucking clinic. So after this, we had a swerve stomp to the apron. A lot of apron play tonight, and that swerve stomp, he leaned all his weight into that into that stomp on Kenny Omega. It was really sick looking spot. And then we had another swerve stomp when he got him into the ring. So back-to-back swerve stomps. He goes for the pin, and Kenny kicks out at 2.9. If you watching this right now, Swerve was up here. His eyes were bucked like this. He like, this motherfucker won't die. Why won't you just die? Lay down, motherfucker. Lay down. His eyes were bucked his head. You thought he tooted powder behind this. So after this, Omega he starts to ramp up. He counters a house call into a snapdragon. Then he hits a reverse hurricanrana from the turnbuckle. Think about it. That was the end of his flurry. Swerve hits a standing house call, and he goes into a big pressure for the 1, 2, 3. This match was great. I'm telling you right now, I'm going to reiterate it again. Please go find this match. Go to HBO Max right now. You can just skip the first hour and 45 minutes. You can go to the 145-minute mark and you go watch this match and go enjoy yourself. Because you're just going to watch something without much story to it. Please go check it out. It's worth your fucking time. But it's not over yet. No, 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 no. It's not over. Swerve hits a heel turn. He starts to beat the ever living shit out of Kenny Omega. He gets that chain out and he puts it around his neck and he basically hung Kenny Omega from the ropes with the chain. And it was the classic spot from All In last year when Hangman choked the shit out of Moxley for the win. But he didn't choke him that hard, but he choked the shit out of Kenny Omega. Then after that, Omega is just gasping for air. So Swerve goes and just cleans off the announce table. Bryan Danielson is pleading to Swerve. You've done enough. You've made your point. You've made your point. Swerve just started cleaning off the table. He goes up there. He gets the steel steps. He stacks up the steel steps, and he hits a dead eye to Kenny Omega. Goes through the table, and we fade to black off this show. So yes, Swerve beat him and then wrote him off TV with one of the nastiest moves. And the poetic justice to this, he hit him with the dead eye, which was his homeboy Hangman's move. Yes, Swerve is a diabolical motherfucker. He said, I ain't just gonna hit you with my move again. I'm gonna hit you with your homeboy move. So yes. So we don't know if it's a full-fledged heel turn or he was just letting his emotions just fly. So we will see how that goes next week. This, like I say, this was an average show going into that main event, but the main event saved this show from being mediocre. So that's it for that show. And before I let y'all go for the night, you know I got to take y'all to the Gooners Lounge. To the Gooners Lounge, baby. So for the women that you're going to be thinking about on the way home tonight, that the ones you're going to be dreaming about when you're in that shower or when if you're laying alone in the bed, which is, I feel bad for you if you're going to be doing this. But you're going to be thinking about Chris Statlander. You're going to be thinking about Willow Nightingale. You're going to be thinking about Megan May. And you're going to be thinking about Mina Shirakawa. So that is your Gooners Lounge lineup for this evening. Chris Statlander, Willow Nightingale, Mina Shirakawa, and Megan May. And with that, I'm going to leave you with this. Even if you're down on your luck, ladies and gentlemen, Gooners and Goonettes, that does not mean that you cannot be over as fuck. Y'all have a great evening, and I will see y'all later. Good night.